The iPhone 17e leaks are finally here, and Apple is making some interesting decisions. According to new reports from South Korea, the iPhone 17e might look very familiar, almost too familiar, but with one subtle upgrade that could make a real difference. We're talking about the same 6.1-inch OLED panel used in the iPhone 16e, the same 60 Hz refresh rate, and maybe even the same notch. Yes, despite earlier rumors hinting at Dynamic Island and the A19 chip, this new report says Apple may not go that far. But here's the twist. Apple might still give the 17e a noticeable design upgrade without changing the panel itself, and that could change how the phone feels in your hand. So let's break down exactly what's happening, what's upgraded, what's not, and whether the iPhone 17e will still be competitive in 2026. A report from South Korea claims BOE will produce most of the panels for the iPhone 17e, while Samsung Display and LG Display will supply the rest. Apple is apparently sticking with the same iPhone 14-based OLED panel used in the iPhone 16e. So what's new? Slimmer bezels. Instead of upgrading the entire display, Apple may tweak the frame and how the screen fits into the chassis. This lets them reduce bezel size without increasing cost. It's a small change, but visually noticeable. Next, Dynamic Island. Earlier leaks, especially from Digital Station, claimed the iPhone 17e might get a Dynamic Island and an A19 chip. But this new report doesn't support that. Why? Because adding a Dynamic Island requires a new camera layout, different sensor placements, and reworking the entire panel cutout. So Apple can't just drop Dynamic Island into an older notch-based panel. Doing this would increase production cost and defeat the purpose of keeping the E series more affordable. So, based on this leak, no Dynamic Island, no 120 Hz, just slimmer bezels. Which means the iPhone 17e might continue using 6.1-inch OLED, 60 Hz refresh rate, LTPS TFT panel, same as iPhone 16e. BOE reportedly cannot produce LTPO panels yet for the iPhone 17 lineup, and since LTPO is required for 120 Hz and adaptive refresh rates, Apple isn't pushing it to the 17e. With all that said, will the iPhone 17e be good enough? Where today's mid-range market, phones offer 120 Hz displays, large batteries, fast charging, and triple cameras. Meanwhile, the iPhone 17e is shaping up to be very similar to the iPhone 16e, except for slimmer bezels. Will you buy this phone? However, Apple's chips are still faster than others, so performance will remain strong. For the pricing, the iPhone 16e costs $599, and if there's no significant change in hardware, the 17e may stick to the same price. So that's everything we know so far about the iPhone 17e. The familiar design, the subtle bezel upgrade, the unchanged display specs, and the competition it's up against. Apple is clearly trying to keep this model affordable while refining it just enough to look new. What do you think? Are slimmer bezels enough, or should Apple have gone bigger with Dynamic Island and 120 Hz? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech news. Till then, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.